with Gritty and Shitty. But Lance look like he know how to get it into the bedroom. I wouldn't fuck him. But he just looked like he could get it in the bed because he's so passionate. He got that passionate face. That's what it is. He got that passionate face. When he was fighting Atlanta and he went like this, it was I don't know what that was, but he was doing it. You wanna run in? Girl, get up there. Bop. She bopped her. She bopped her shit. And I don't know why Becky, what's the girl? G Baby. I don't know why she still wanted to go out and Becky tore her out the frame. I saw a lot of face shots and she still was coming forward. I mean, she got heart, but that's a dumbass heart. Sit down somewhere, girl. You getting your ass what? Sit down. What is going on, my beautiful people? Thank you guys for tuning in to A Connection TV. I'm Wes. And you're watching the one channel on YouTube where we adopt some of the connections despite our differences. Good morning. It's Monday, Memorial Day. Hopefully y'all are having a cookout and enjoying your memorial. Okay. I am here with the deep dive. The deep dive is where we take our time and we talk about the ins and outs of what's happening. Okay. Are you satisfied 100% with Baddies Chapter 2 so far? No. I feel like Zeus doesn't know how to handle the show anymore. Zeus doesn't even know what the show is anymore. I feel like Natalie is doing a good thing with like bringing the performance element into the show to make it something different, but they don't know what to do with the show. So it is what it is. But we're gonna talk about it. Last episode we left off with Bad Dolly going after Summer and running through her. Bad Dolly runs through Summer going into this episode, but for some reason, I'm still okay with Summer. And actually, I think the big three have solidified themselves in the Baddies universe. Summer is still going to talk her shit regardless. She still might get beat up regardless, but she's still going to defend herself regardless. And the fact that Summer can just walk away from situations shows a sense of maturity. Bad Dolly, I understand why Bad Dolly got up to attack Summer, but it's like, I feel like more growth comes into the situation when the ladies don't attack each other. When the ladies knows that, when Dolly knows that it's beneath her, so she doesn't even bother. I mean, I think that's probably relatively going to happen this whole season. I honestly don't see Bad Dolly fighting too many people this season besides Ivory and Summer, because even in the like future episodes, like later on in the episode, she's just coasting and chilling. And in the finale, she's the only one with the megaphone chanting because ain't nobody trying to fight her, or no one wants to fight her. So I see Dolly being real low key this season. Because I understand why she went after Summer, but I just wish she didn't, because it's kind of like, why? Anyways, she comes back from Summer's situation bleeding, like leaking. I don't know when Summer hit her with the shoe, but Summer hit her with a shoe. And so she got a little hole right here in her head, and she's dripping. Lex runs to get some paper towels and, helps her friend out. And the scene is not done. Because Dolly was like, no, I can't film no more or whatever. She's not like, oh, stop the cameras. She's like, putting his hair, and some blurred out face is fixing her, with the pen, trying to seal it. I'm like, this is interesting. These girls this is their fourth season. And at this point, these girls understand what needs to be done. It is what it is. Certain things don't move them anymore. They're used to it. Out of the three, though, who do you think is the most comfortable? Who is the most chill, most comfortable, most ain't moved chick at all? Lex. I think Lex is the most comfortable. Lex is the most settled, chill form, settled into herself. So it's interesting to see, she's getting patched, Dolly's getting patched up, and Lex is just over there chilling like, yeah, so what's gonna happen in the next scene? And it's interesting. Rolly feels that the big three is done. We knew the big three was done chapter 1. I don't know why we even bothering. Um, and then Bad Dolly ends the scene just running a list of names down on Summer's head. Very interesting scene to say the least. We switch gears a little bit and we deal with the Cabinet Girls. Like I don't know nothing about the Cabinet Girls. I think I watched season 1 or season 2 of the Cabinet Girls. And even then, I was like, I tried to do reviews, but I was like, nah, this I can't do reviews. I just can't do it. So I don't know what's going on with Neek. I don't know what's going on with Egypt. I don't know what's going on with Wet Wet. I don't know what's going on with Kanaya. I don't know what's going on with Amber. But Neek and Egypt are here. And this is the first time I'm seeing Egypt. Everybody's praising this girl like she's the heavy hitter of the cabaret girls. And I'm like, is that really setting a high bar? Or is it a low bar? Because do all the cabaret girls know how to fight? I don't know. But she's the heavy hitter from the cabaret girls. Y'all love her. Okay, cool. Nika's like, yeah, Natalie said that I need to be the cabaret captain. Is Neek a leader? Was she a leader on the cabaret girls? I don't know. Y'all tell me in the comments. But it seems like Neek and Egypt get along. But Egypt is on some, yeah, I'm not about to be fake with nobody. And we going to see what it goes, how it goes down. Wet Wet comes on. Everybody's cool with Wet Wet, except for Egypt. Egypt and Wet Wet have a little exchange of words because apparently they had like a little misunderstanding or whatever. And Egypt is like, yeah, it was what it was. We can get over it. Wet Wet was like, yeah, I can get over it. I can get over it if I don't know. Wet Wet is on 1,000. Wet Wet is very loud, rambunctious. Wet Wet is a character. Wet Wet is a personality. I remember her getting beat up by the light skinned broad, but that's where it ends. Like, I don't know anything about Wet Wet, but she comes on owning. Like she owns this scene. Like out of all the women that come up on this scene, Wet Wet takes the scene for me. Amber comes in, she fight Wet Wet. Wet Wet doesn't know how to fight. Wet Wet is like a Summer, don't know how to fight. And like a Biggie don't know how to fight. Okay, boom. And so, well, no, Biggie knows how to defend. I don't know. Anyway, the girl get beat up. She get beat up, but she don't care. She taking off her panties. She's twerking, and she ain't got much to twerk. She naked. She all over the place. She dancing, wig off. She taunting Amber. Amber's like, I can't deal with this. I got to go get a breath. She goes to try to find her breath. And in my mind, I'm like, you tired after Wet Wet? Or you're annoyed after Wet? Like, what's happening after Wet Wet? Wet Wet talking, 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 talking. Egypt like, dang, like, I thought we was just going to sit down and chill. What's up? I don't know what's going on, but I know Wet Wet ain't moved at all. Then Kanaya comes on the scene. When I was watching, saw like seeing the post of Kanaya, I thought Kanaya was beautiful. I think she is beautiful. But Kanaya comes in on the defensive. She comes in putting things to the side, like I don't know what temperature y'all on, but I'm about to check it to see what's up. So she like, what up? How's everybody doing? She like, yeah, we all getting along, Nene. Yeah, we all getting along. I'm the captain, blah, blah, blah. Are we good? Can I like, I don't know. You tell me, are we good? Because last I knew you had an issue. So I just want to check your temperature real quick. Neek, well, it's like, technically, I checked your temperature at the reunion. Can I like, no, you didn't. Neek, like, yes, I did. Can I like, no, you didn't. Neek, like, yes, I did. Neek is checking you now. Can I? You ain't really doing nothing about it. Come to find out, Kanaya and Egypt got an issue. So then Egypt get up to confront Kanaya. But here's my thing. This meeting was supposed to be like, are we going to band together and stick together as a show? Which is a great concept to go against everybody else. But Egypt got issues with Kanaya. Now, I don't know what for. They don't like each other. Now they rumble with each other. Now it's more for me. It felt like it was more like push pull taunt, push pull taunt, push pull taunt, push pull taunt. For her to be a heavy hitter, Kanaya walked away unscathed, no bruises, no nothing. I mean, Bad Dolly was leaking just a scene ago. Kanaya ain't leaking at all. So I don't know how Egypt is called a heavy hitter. It was crazy because Egypt was confused at how the security was roughing her up, and she was getting mad because maybe they didn't do this on Cabaret. Maybe they was allowed to fight on Cabaret. I don't know. But she like, yo, they keep holding me, yo. They keep holding me, holding me. They holding like she was holding on to the fact that they was holding her. And I'm like, oh, they really don't know what this show was like. This is a whole different beast. They had a scuffle like 5 times. And all the while, I'm like, I don't see a heavy hitter with this girl. I see like bully. Not bully, but like, not bully. Let me not put that on her. But I'm like, why are you fighting Kanaya? Kanaya doesn't want to fight you. You Royal Rumble with her like 3 times and you still taunting her. You still chasing her down because you feel like you didn't get enough of it. You the heavy hitter. She should have been laid out the first one, but she not. Which is why I don't know why people think that she could take Ivory. I don't know why people think that she could take Tasiki. Like, what did I miss? Or is it just because it's Kanaya, she taking it easy on Kanaya? I'm confused. Y'all calling her the heavy hitter. I don't know it. Like Kanaya said, she ain't the heavy hitter. She just heavy. We get Fauna and Cold Killer coming up on the mix. They look gorgeous. They look gorgeous. Body T with both of them. And Fauna ain't getting no work done, but Body T with both of them. Fauna is a pretty chick. And the Cold Killer in the face is pretty too. So seeing them come back on is great. Seeing them come back on. And they're gonna have their meeting or conversation with Rican. Miss Rican, if you're nasty. I don't know what tagline she said she had, but she had a tagline. I thought it was cute. I'm like, okay, cool. I understand every woman in this particular situation. Cold Killer and Fauna took it upon themselves to boast up their friend while she wasn't there. They kept her name alive while she wasn't there. So much so that I believe that it's because of them that she even on the show. Mind you, people said that well, not we, but the fans said that they all wanted Rican on the show all season long, the last season. She was supposed to go on the show, but something happened, whatever. She came last minute. She fought. Reunion, fought. Okay, boom. She's back on the show now. I understand Fauna and Cold Killer saying, look, we all fought our battles on a solo tip. All of us, especially me. I ran down with Tinka by myself. Fauna didn't help me. I got my braids snatched out, all types of stuff. I ran down on her with a hole in my titty and everything. You was supposed to come after we done beat your name up all throughout the season. They sure enough did. They sure enough did. Beat your name up the whole season. You come, you're supposed to do your big one. You're supposed to stand on your own so that you can make it back on the show. We don't know what they're going to do. We don't know if they're going to break us up, who's coming back, who's not coming back. You came back, you was popping it online all this time. The girl want to fight you. Run your ones. And you did. You unfortunately lost because it was my thing. Like, Rican didn't have to keep fighting. She didn't. She kept choosing to go to fight Tinka. She didn't have to keep fighting her. Like Tinka was baiting her out and she was catching the bait and going back to fight her. Time after time after time after time. So in my mind, like you didn't feel bad about you getting beat up because you kept going to get beat up. So if you keep going to get beat up, why should they fight for you? You're trying to make, I don't know what you're trying to do. You going to get beat up. So you could have stopped a long time ago. Like even Cold Killer was like, yeah, I'm not fighting no more. I'm not fighting no more. Back up. I'm not fighting no more. Cause she knew her limit was done. She had all her injuries and whatever, but you kept going. So why would they fight for you? That makes sense. It makes sense. And the way they articulated it made sense. Rican took accountability and she apologized. This was actually a very mature conversation. And I liked this conversation. I like this conversation a lot. It was better than Biggie and Tasiki. It was better than Dolly and Summer. This conversation was mature. It really was. The Pretty Three are told that they're going to be going to rehearsals. They already know what that means. Rehearsals are now the new house meeting where bitches fight and they carry on, and they argue with each other and all of that. Not very much of a rehearsal is happening, but the girls notice now. At rehearsals, Natalie is saying that she got to go to Coachella. Lemmy is like, I'm going to Coachella with her. She's allowing me to go. I'm like, okay, come on, Natalie, with the power, allowing the boss man to go to Coachella with you. So again, they're not going to be here. In my mind, I'm like, okay, what is this finna be? Because the only show that can run without Natalie is Baddies Gone Wild. Out of the three shows, Baddies Gone Wild season 2 is the best freaking thing on Zeus Network. It runs flawlessly. Editing flawless. Storyline added in flawless. Fights crazy. Minx and Becky versus Dava and Cutter K, insane. Lauren versus Maloney, insane. Like, I should review. I don't know if y'all want me to review, but Baddies Gone Wild season 2 is way better. Way better. If we're talking about the genre of show that we're in, and what's the genre of show? WWE with a storyline, MMA with a storyline, whatever you want to call it, story fighter show. It's a story fighter show. Out of the story fighter shows, Baddies Gone Wild is the best. Season 2 is the best. Baddies Chapter 2, like, y'all are on some Baddies Chapter 2 dick, like, oh, no, it's not. Just because all your favorites are on the show doesn't mean that the showrunners are running it the way that they need to be. Baddies Gone Wild season 2 is flawless. I just wish they gave the team of Baddies Gone Wild season 2 to Baddies USA Chapter 2. It's not the same team. You can't convince me that it's the same team. It's not. It's not. And it's annoying because we get this big ass rehearsal / Royal Rumble set, and I'm already annoyed. We come to the set, and Tavy got no wig on. Tavy got mad Vaseline on. Tavy been worked already. We don't know who she been worked with. We just here to assume that it was what's her name? Pressure. And pressure and Tavy got it in. Pressure and Persuasion got it in. They the only ones with no wigs on so far from what we see. Why the cameras wasn't rolling? It's the showrunner. Maybe they were told that they can't roll until Natalie get there. I don't know. But Natalie ain't there and we running it now, so I don't know what the excuse is. Either way, Natalie is talking to Rolly and Pressure tries to run up on Rolly. Rolly like, why you trying to come up at me now that the cameras is on? You phony, you phony. I'm trying to figure out where did they have Pressure? Pun intended. But Rolly is like, you corny, you just trying to get on me because of the camera. First of all, clearly she ain't waiting for the camera because they've been fighting already and the camera ain't been on. So in my mind, I'm like, what do we miss? This whole scene is a wash because we got broads that have already fought and we don't know what's happening. We don't get caught up, nothing. Natalie don't even mention it. She don't even, man, they already fighting before we even get shit started up in here. Rolly, you got this down? Rolly and Natalie could have gave us a briefing on what happened. Man, did you see when Pressure fought? That was crazy. Then we get a clip. Nope, we don't get none. We just continue it. Natalie going on about her business for Coachella. Rolly the head honcho. I'm already let down. What do we miss? We don't know. Okay. Pressure trying to make her voice heard on the camera. I still don't know who this girl is, but y'all still giving her all this juice. I don't even know what flavor she got. But okay, she trying to run down on Rolly. She's trying to get her camera time. We don't know what's going on, man. This whole session ain't even involve you. But okay. Who it involves, though? Amber. Amber want to run down on Wet Wet because Wet Wet is whispering to Kanaya, talking about Shane helping Amber. I want to help Amber, too, if I was Wet Wet not knowing how to fight ass. You got all these hyenas in packs. You got Team OGs over here, Cabinet girls over here, Team BGC girls on this side, Tavy looking jacked up on this end. Pressure, I don't know what's going on with her on this end. It's mad girls everywhere, mad security everywhere. And everybody on their P's and Q's. Backs up against the wall, don't know what's going on. Pressure is, Amber is one of them. But Wet, like, I'm not helping this broad against nothing that's happening here. Nope, I'm not doing it. Amber, like, stop talking, man. You're doing too much right now. Wet, like, I can talk all over if I want to talk all over. Amber, fight her. I don't understand this. But whatever. Amber fight her, but then she walks away again. I'm like, why is she keep walking away from these fights with Wet? She talking about she hyperventilating, she spitting up. I'm like, well, what? Apparently she was sick, didn't feel good. Ain't nobody tell you to fight Wet. You fought Wet. But again, Wet is a star. Wet is making this about her. I'm surprised I didn't hear Summer throughout all this with Wet. I would have thought Summer and Wet would have been out on the floor together because they marry each other. But Wet is owning this whole episode up. All I know is Wet. Diamond like, all right, well, I'm just come on and perform. Wet performing with Diamond, dancing all over the place, carrying on. Look at the fool. But it was made for her. Just this whole thing was made for her. Ciroc and Tavy. I don't know how this happened, but it happened. Ciroc looked good. Ciroc is pretty down. She was pretty in episode 1. She pretty in episode 2. The intro that we get to Tavy is Tavy busted. Tavy got her wig off and everything, and we don't even know why. We just gonna assume pressure. We just gonna assume pressure because Persuasion was looking the same way. So we gonna assume pressure. But it wasn't recorded. I'm annoyed. Ciroc looking pretty, Tavy looking busted. Ciroc first episode, Tavy third. First season, Tavy third. What's happening? But Ciroc versus Tavy, Ciroc won both rounds. Tavy is tired. Whoever worked her worked her. She's so tired that she said, yeah, you're right, you won. What? Tavy is a real one. We know Tavy is a real one. We love Tavy over here. But what the hell happened? I'm annoyed because when she was fighting Ciroc, it looked like she couldn't fight no more. Whoever put her through there. She was tired. Ciroc won, though. Got to give it to Ciroc. Tavy and Fauna fight. I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know where this came from, but it came from. Then Cold Killer jumps in to get her ones with a little hit with. This is where things get a little confusing for me, though, with these ladies. What is it about Tavy that got y'all so hot and bothered that y'all feel y'all need to run down on her and jump her? Y'all already had y'all explanation for the reunion. We're not at the reunion no more. I don't understand that with these ladies. Namely Cold Killer. I don't understand it. But okay, it's happening. But that don't make sense. It didn't make sense. And Tavy already been through it, apparently. But okay. Tinka is going after Camilla. Camilla came to piece things up with everybody, apparently, because she don't want to fight. I guess. Camilla spent the whole episode running from women. And so my question to Camilla, hey Camilla, how are you? I see that you unblocked us. It's a beautiful situation. But my question to you is, what was the point of you coming on if you weren't gonna squabble and handle your beef? You know you have problems with these women because you talk about them viciously online. You came on to do what? I'm asking because I'm trying to figure out where your mindset was. You were very pretty, very pretty. But when we get onto the scene, tensions are already thick and high because clearly there's already been some fights. What was your motivation to coming on Baddies other than getting the check? Because I don't understand why you're here. All these girls want to fight you. Tinker want to fight you. E.T. want to fight you. Lex want to fight you. All these girls want to fight you because your mouth is reckless. But Tinker runs up on you. You don't want to fight her. Okay. So Cold Killer jumps in. I guess she team Camilla. Cool. Cold Killer get her runs with Tinker. Now, I watched this slow-mo. I thought Cold Killer lost embarrassingly, but she didn't. When you're watching the slow-mo, Cold Killer hit Tinker faced more than Tinker hit Cold. Well, round one, Cold Killer, round two, Tink. Yeah, that's pretty much tie. And then Fauna comes in the mix. Now, people are like, oh, where was you at when Rican was getting beat up? Blah, 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 blah. Here's the thing, though. We had already established what happened at the reunion. But in my mind, I'm thinking Fauna done learned because she said when she came on that she gave us the pretty sex siren, she gave us the reporter, she gave us the cop, she gave us all of these. Now she's gonna give us Savage. Cool. I think Fauna learned her lesson from the not calling her boring, but the laid back Fauna from the last season. She learned her lesson from that. She not doing that no more. And she caught heat from not helping Rican against Tavy. I mean, against Tinker. So she ain't trying to hear what anybody got to say right now. She gonna make sure she get in the paint when she need to get in the paint. So she gonna run that with Tinker. I'm shocked because she let Cold Killer fight Tinker. She let Rican fight Tinker all the way through. Now she wanted with Tinker. And I think, honestly, I think she wanted with Tinker because Tinker had called out all the friendship. She had called out the Pretty Three friendship. So now Tinker got something to say and Fauna's in the mix. Before Fauna wasn't in the mix, but now she in the mix because she got something to say about all three of them now. So now, okay, you really think you that. So let me show you not. Fauna showed Tinker that Tinker not that with her. And I was shocked. I thought Tinker was about to run through Fauna. She didn't though. And she just couldn't though. So much so that Tinker was like burying herself and was charging her. But it wasn't no pow, 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 pow. She was charging her. And honestly, this is just my opinion. I think that when Fauna was minking her wrist, she was like, you hit my wrist. You hit my wrist. I think Tinker felt like her hits hurt. And she said it, it hurt. And in my mind, I'm thinking Tinker was like, let me not fight this girl head up. Let me just bum rush her shit. I think that's what happened. But shout out to Tinker. Shout out to Cold Killer and for Fauna. Fauna ate this. Fauna ate this up. She ate her conversation setup and she ate the fight setup. Fought Tavy, came back pretty. Fought Tinker, came back pretty. Fauna ate this. She did. Camilla and ET argue. Don't know what it's for. They talking about my boyfriend said he like you. ET like your boyfriend. I want to fight. Everybody been wanting ET to come back. Episode 1, episode 2. ET ain't showing us why they wanted her to come back. Y'all let me know why y'all like her so much. Y'all wanted her here. She here. She was better on the prior seasons. I don't know what. I think she's trying to find her footing. I think she hasn't been back in so long. She's trying to find her footing right now because she can't find her footing. She fighting this, fighting that, jumping into fights against pressure, trying to fight Camilla, not being able to get to her. She fight pressure on stage, fall because she pulling the wig off. It's a lot. I don't know what's going on with ET. I need E to find her footing. Yeah, I do because it's not found yet. But she want to fight Camilla. Camilla don't want to fight. Camilla's scary. Camilla running. So much so that it take Lex having to weasel her little long, lanky ass over there to handle Camilla. Lex handles her. And I'm not gonna say Lex washed her. I think if security would have allowed them to fight, I think Camilla would have got some in there. But let's be clear, Lex is beating up Camilla. But Camilla ain't no Summer. So I feel like it would have been a nice little tussle if security wouldn't have ran down on it so much. But Lex would have ate her. But Lex would have ate her up. We know this, and it is what it is. Lex have that little squabble with Camilla. Camilla is just like, it's for the kids. We love the children. I'm like, what's she talking about? Like, I don't know why she came on here if she didn't want to fight. I really don't. I don't understand that. And then even she said her contract had 3 days. You knew you was coming, what you was coming for. So I don't know why I just came for the kids. We women, we too pretty for this. No, no, no. Not with the way she be talking. It's crazy. Now she online talking about she iconic and she paved the way. Girl, what? I don't understand none of that. I'm trying to understand Camilla's position right now. It's not making no sense to me. None whatsoever. But okay. She going crazy ape shit. She wailing all over the place because she bleeding. Because, Lex made her bleed. Tinker trying to help her out. Biggie trying to help her out. I just don't. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I kind of connected to the video where she was like, "Yeah, they kicked me out the hotel. This and that and the third." I can imagine her being dramatic to handle. I can imagine her cussing out the producers because even when she was going back there trying to escape or trying to figure out I don't know what she was trying to figure out. She walking into the wall of graffiti and then coming back and walking into the wall again. I can imagine in that moment she was being alive. And so I could see the producers be like, girl, check out her room so she can go. Let her go. Cause she doing too much. I can see it. In my mind, I'm thinking that happened. I can see it. E.T. ends up fighting Persuasion or Pressure ends up somebody ended up fighting at the somebody ended up fighting at the end. I want to say it was E.T. and Persuasion. That's all I want to say. Or Pressure and Persuasion. One of the two. Either way, I'm just what does Tinker say? You disappointed me. You disappointed me. I don't understand this show. I don't. But we're gonna eat it up because our faves are on here fighting and they acting stupid. But I just don't understand the show. I don't understand what the point of the show. I don't understand why the flow of the show is the way that it's happening right now. Like there's so much potential with Baddies and they just messing it up. Chapter 1 was trash. Chapter 2 was already trash. Already trash. They not handling it right. The people that do Baddies Gone Wild needs to do, like, what is going on here? Baddies Gone Wild season 2 is a go for the fighter story shows. Baddies Gone Wild season 2 is it. It's legit. It's legit. You getting to know the women. They having great talking sessions that flow flawlessly. It's not bitches walking into the scene and being like, all right, let's sit down and talk. No, these girls are carrying this. These girls are carrying. They carrying on Baddies. They carrying the scene on Baddies. And it's like, why can't they do this on Baddies, regular Baddies? Why can't they do this? Why is from edit to edit real crazy? Even when they threw in the edit with Becky talking to her mans on the phone, whoever the man was on the phone, but then went back to the scene, it added to it. We felt it like Baddies Gone Wild is shitting on these shows, You got 80 women on Baddies and they can't control none of it. It's frustrating because there's so much money behind this and they not running it right. They not running it right. It's trash. It's so disappointing. It's so disappointing. Honorable mention, shout out to Diamond for doing her rehearsal throughout the chaos. Honorable mentions this particular episode, Wet Wet, or just mentions, period. Wet Wet, Ciroc, Fauna, Diamond, Kanaya. Cold Killer Deal ones with Tinker, but we saw that all chapter 1, so it was nothing new. And just so y'all understand my reason, let me explain my reasoning. Wet Wet because I don't know her. She's a polarizing personality. She come on talking mad-ish. She get beat up, she's still talking mad-ish. She owning her skinniness. She owning it. She Alana. She running rampant throughout the show. She made it about her. Wet Wet is number 1. Ciroc, because she came in as the underdog peon from chapter 1. But now both episodes she running it with all these girls and ain't lost one fight yet. And she looked pretty, T down. Fauna, because we never saw her fight Tink. We didn't think that she would fight Tink, but Tink had so much to say about the reunion. So now Fauna want to run that. Fauna ran that and ran through. She ain't get beat up. Not at all. And we would think that she would get bulldozed by Tink, but she ain't get bulldozed by Tink. Kanaya, for the same reason I gave the Wet Wet. Don't know this girl. Pretty as ever. But she fought 17 times. This proclaimed heavy hitter came way walking pretty. Still pretty. Egypt had to lead the set. Kanaya's still here. Kanaya's pretty hot. She boss for that. Wet Wet, Kanaya, Tinker, Ciroc, and Diamond the Body. Diamond the body for the performance. She carried through the performance. She did a rehearsal. She actually did a rehearsal. All the while, Rolly is looking for Biggie, but Biggie nowhere to be found because she's not minding her business. Or she checking in on Camilla. It's cool. And then I don't understand why DJ Sky is on the show, but she back on the show. Cool. And Mariah still wants it with her. Okay. So much so that Diamond's like, Mariah, chill out. Let's just get through her. We got 40 days of this. Let's just get through rehearsal. I don't know. Y'all rate the show. From a 1 out of 10, though, I give Baddies episode 2 a 6. 6. Anyways, leave your comments below. Let me know how y'all feel. Thank you for watching. Hype this video up. Like this video. Leave comments.